Lot to cook today. I've got a couple steaks I'm going to cook. Got these on sale at Kroger. And I got me some bacon I'm going to cook. Right now I want the pan to get very, very hot. And cook it on cast iron. I always want it hot before I start to cook. Almost there, not quite. Well, while I'm waiting for that to heat up, I'm going to go ahead and open up and salt these steaks. And I'm doing it outside so I don't make a mess in the kitchen. It's also 30 degrees outside right now. It's quite chilly. I like Redmond's red salt. That's what I'm using now. And I'm gonna measure it just because I'm kind of curious how much salt I normally put on these. That's about a teaspoon of salt. Let's see if that's not what I normally put on here. Yep, that's about what I normally put on here. Woohoo, way too much. There, here. A little bit more on this one. That's good. Okay, pan. That's probably good. My favorite to cook with, beef tallow. Cooking steaks are gonna make a bit of fat anyway, so not that much beef tallow. In the pan it goes. Round and around. Where she stops, nobody knows. At this point, I'm going to cut my heat back a little bit. And let's see if we get all three of these steaks in here at the same time. Steak number one. Steak number two. And steak number three. We'll let them sit there and cook. And get that sear on. Steak this thick. I'm gonna let it run 6 minutes aside and see where I'm at when I'm done. Run this back in and get rid of this. Still very cold outside. It's supposed to be in the teens tonight. It's so cold. Sometimes it can be tempting to go ahead and check your steak and see if it's got the sear, but don't do that. Just let it sit there and don't mess with it for 5 or 6 minutes. Okay, so it's been almost 6 minutes. Ready to pull these steaks up, and let's flip them over. Ugh, not as much of a sear on there as I would have liked. That one's better. Turn this around. That was more like what I was going for there, but oh well. Got what I got. All right, so we're gonna let those go for 6 minutes. And we'll see how it all turns out when it's all done. All right, it has been 6 minutes on this side. I want to see what I'm looking at here. All right, that puts me right about a little more done than medium rare and a little less done than medium well. I think we will find out once I get them inside, let them rest and start to slice them up for my lunches. We'll see where we stand. Next up is bacon, and bacon makes so much grease I don't need any tallow. And now I've found I like cooking bacon this way much better. I just go ahead and cook the pieces instead of having the whole slices. To me, it just makes things work out better, in my opinion. But hey, you guys do you. And all these pieces should come apart as I cook them. And this breaks it down to what I like to refer to as my bacon chips. They're bigger than bacon bits, smaller than pieces, really easy to divide up and put in my lunch boxes, my dinner boxes, without having to crush them after the fact. Since a lot of mine is, I started doing it this way because of the ground beef bowls. It was easier to go and have them all cut up rather than cutting them up later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook it down, trying to get them all separated in here as best I can. I'm going to cook them down until they get nice and brown and crispy. And once they get brown and crispy, I'll dump them out. Let me move inside and start making my meals for the week. So the whole time we're cooking the bacon, I'm just constantly going to stir it. And I'm looking for it to get nice and crispy and crunchy on both sides. Then once these get done cooking, I'll use the bacon grease and I'm going to cook myself eggs for the week. Not sure if you can see that. That's about what I'm looking for there. So I'm just going to go through here. There's a few that are at the doneness that I want, and I don't want them to get too done. So I'm going to go and take some of those out. You don't have to do this. I'm just being a little OCD on it. And trying to take out each one individually on this whole pan would be a monumental task anyway. Not what I'm going to do. Usually when I do it this way, I just understand there's a few that are going to be a little more done and crispy than what I want, and I just deal with it. But overall, those are all looking real nice. We're getting close to the point where I think they're all done the way I want them to be done. Last few here, I'm just going to crisp these up real quick. I already cooked all my lunches yesterday, so this was just for dinners for the week because I had to go back to the store to get some more stuff for dinners. That's all I'm worried about now. I got my bowl over here. I'm going to drain some of this grease out. I don't want it all. All right, I keep that much grease in there. I'm going to keep the bacon droppings in there. Here's 14 eggs, about 2 teaspoons of salt. That's all I got in here. And that goes into the bacon grease. Switch tools to my spatula. And all I do to get my eggs done. Pan's kind of warm. Now, if dirty eggs bother you, you probably want to clean your pan or use a clean pan for this. But I have no problem having small pieces of bacon in my eggs. And I'm just going to keep running my spatula through here. Now I do stir these on the slow side because I'm trying not to splash the eggs up on the side of my pan any more than I have to. All right, turn the heat off. Let's get these eggs out of here and on my plate. So cooking in bacon grease, those eggs should come out to be really nice and bacon flavored. Well, that was no good. I filmed the entire video and it didn't show up. So basically I had my 3 steaks. I cut my 3 steaks up into small pieces. It's gonna be enough for 4 meals. And I just kind of eyeball to make sure I get the right amount of steak in each one. But I got the steak there. So while my hands are still dirty, I'm gonna do the exact same thing for the for the bacon. I'm just kind of eyeballing it into 4 equal portions. I'll get these in here. And then I'll come up here and say, there's a few more in there. That's where I'll go with those. Let me get this out of my way. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the eggs. With 14 eggs, I'm just gonna split them into 4 equal sections. And some of these might have a hair more than others, but it's all okay. Not trying to make things complicated. There we are. We'll end up putting the lids on these. They'll go in the fridge, along with the 4 meals that I prepped yesterday, to give me 8 meals this week until Saturday morning, which is what I was shooting for. So now there's no thinking involved for me as far as what I'm going to eat the rest of this week. They're all prepped.